Hello and welcome to Matt's Mosh Pit, and tonight I'm going to be checking out Premonitions by Synestia. But before I get started, I just want to say thank you so much for all the love and support you show me and my channel so far. It truly means a lot, and I could not do this without you. So folks, Synestia. What do I know about Synestia? Absolutely nothing. Quite frankly, I don't even know how this made it on my list. I'm pretty sure that there are times that I will scroll through YouTube, and if a thumbnail just strikes me as like, oh, that looks cool, I'll just throw it on my list. I also do get a lot of times, you guys in the comments tell me to check out bands and whatnot. And I've said this in the past. Sometimes I can remember what the band kind of should sound like based on the reaction that I did that caused the comment and suggestion. But then there's some times where I've added it to a list and I've completely forgotten why it's even on the list. I think this case is one of those where I was just kind of scrolling through YouTube and I saw the thumbnail and I said, hey, that looks kind of cool. Let's just throw it on the list. So I have no idea what we're getting into. I don't even know if it's metal, quite frankly. I should have actually really thought about that part, but it doesn't really matter. Maybe we'll be pleasantly surprised. Maybe, what if it could be something completely different? I have no idea. So I guess that's the cool thing about doing these things blind, for lack of better terms. So we're all in it together. Unless you're a big fan of Synestia, maybe you are, and well, I guess you already know what they sound like, but for people like me, it's going to be a mystery. So let's just go ahead and get right to it, and let's see what Synestia has to offer us. Okay, folks, I did not see that coming. That is awesome. I had no idea. And you know what? Wow. That's, oh, totally. Yep. Didn't see it coming whatsoever. And I love it. I love the heavy stuff. Okay, hold on. I gotta rewind a little bit. Wow. At first I thought we were going to get some like symphonic metal maybe with the way it introed, and then this dude showed up and was like, nope, not going to be symphonic. I'm giving you some hardcore. Awesome. awesome. I cannot love that anymore. I just can't love that anymore. And once it kind of hit and kind of took off, I think I realized that was probably a suggestion from one of my viewers out there who definitely like the heavy stuff. You know, the one part of this channel is like I do have like a lot of like power metal stuff. I have a lot of symphonic metal stuff. And then there's just in melodic death metal, all of that stuff is just in my wheelhouse. It's what I love. But I also love the heavy. And so when I get the stuff that's like Lorna Shore, Shadow of Intent, you know, bands of that ilk, you know, I know there's a few of you out there that you definitely come to the table and give me other suggestions. And I have a feeling this was probably a suggestion based on one of the heavier videos. And man, that just did not disappoint. I loved every bit of it. The only thing like I thought would have made it a little bit better is if the girl that looked like she was like choking or whatnot, like if she actually sang like just a little part, maybe just a little part of like a chorus or something, or kind of like the call and is it call and repeat, whatever it is, where like the one person says something and the other person says something, goes back and forth. Like that would have been a cool little dynamic. But man, that either way, loved it. I was like, and like I have so much respect for the deathcore vocalists. It's something like I would never be able to do. And when you see deathcore shows, you know, and like I said, I've seen Lorna Shore at this point probably 3 times, and Will is able to literally repeat the same thing. Like most people it just sounds like a jumbled anything. But the fact that they really are saying words and can literally recreate those noises in like perfect cadence, it's amazing to me. I have so much respect for those people, because I'm not gonna lie, if I was one of those kind of vocalists and I'm having a rough night or whatever, you know, I'm not paying attention to the words. I probably would just make some stuff up as I go, and I would hope that people wouldn't notice. But that's just me. I would be half-assing it, for lack of better terms. And maybe that's why I'm not a deathcore vocalist. But I just have mad respect for those who can do that, and, you know, night after night, do it in the same cadence and all that kind of good stuff. It just mad props to those folks. And I love this. So once again, I could not love this anymore, and I definitely need to check out more from Synestia or Synestia. Maybe you guys can clarify that in the comments. But anyway, loved it. Have no idea what he said, but it sounded amazing. Anyway, with that being said, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.